Last time we spoke about the difference between internal and external alpha perception. I repeat it briefly. In the state of external alpha perception, you're fascinated with something in the environment. All your attention goes, for instance, to a house or a tree or another person. You're very aware of that thing or that person. The awareness of yourself, of your body, or of your own existence is mostly minimal. Your attention floats outwards. This is a state we're mostly in. Another state is the state of internal alpha perception. Our attention is mostly focused on ourselves, on our thoughts, our feelings, or on our body, our existence. For these things we have a high level of awareness. The level of awareness for things around us is minimal. Now, last time we said, the moment you're aware of this, you're briefly aware of both things. Your attention is briefly, for flash, to the things in your environment and your own existence, your body. But also that this is immediately disappearing again, and you fall back in either internal alpha perception or external alpha perception. Now there exists a possibility which is new in your life, something that looks small but is actually huge, to divide your attention on a more permanent basis between yourself and your environment. So you look at a house or a tree or another person, and at the same time you try to be aware of yourself looking at that house, like you see yourself as a spectator looking at a house. The moment you do that, you raise your consciousness, first in very subtle ways which are hard to recognize. If you persist, it becomes more clear, more vivid. In this new state, you see two things. You see yourself, and you see the object you're looking at. Now this can be done with different levels of attention. It takes a subtle effort to remain, and it needs practice. In the beginning you see that you're very quickly out of it. Later you, with will effort, you can remain longer in this state. But it will never get a momentum. The moment you stop doing it, it's gone. Immediately. So there's this possibility of this new state of being. For that, we need to balance our attention between ourselves and the things in our environment. This doesn't get momentum. The moment you forget about it or you stop making a conscious effort, it's gone. You're either in the state of internal overperception or in the state of external overperception. When you find yourself back, sometimes after days, weeks, years, minutes, seconds, in one of these states, and you try to balance your attention again, you can get it back briefly. Actually, it's quite a simple thing, though it's hard uh, to live with it. One of the results of doing it, though, is that it immediately raises your state of consciousness to a new level. The level in which we are very aware of the environment and our own existence at the same time. Let's call this new state beta perception, the state of beta perception. In the state of beta perception, if you maintain it for a reasonably long time, you will see that the things in your environment and the things you see in yourself become more vivid, more alive. Trees look more intense, more three-dimensional, more alive. Your thoughts become sharper, and you're much more aware of them. You're also much more aware of your body at the same time. You feel the weight of your body. Sometimes you feel yourself really walking on the trees or on the buildings. They look bigger than your body at least. But this state needs attention. The moment, let's say not only attention, it needs consciously directed attention. The moment you lose that, you're back in a normal state. Or worse, in a state with no attention at all, neither for yourself nor for your environment. We spend huge amounts of the day in this kind of dim state.